In this recording, we will look at the Smartpanel function within Travelport SmartPoint. When trying to plan a trip for a customer and the price is the deciding factor, the use of the Smartpanel just made that search a whole lot easier. Accessed from the Tools menu within SmartPoint, or through the click of a mouse on the FS shown at the right-hand side of the window, this pricing and booking aid really helps to find flights and prices that match your customer's needs fast. This panel provides quick access to a series of fare-led searches, including the journey types of one-way, round trip and circle trip, and can facilitate up to 8 destinations. The response will return all applicable flight and fare combinations and display them in the active window. Smartpanel removes the need for cryptic entries and yet still enables more complicated searches, including items such as fare modifiers, connection type and timings, and fare restrictions. Let's see how easy it is to add the details. By clicking in the Depart box, you can type the required date, or alternatively use the inbuilt calendar. Add the city code LHR in the From box and SIN to the To box. We will leave the rest of the boxes as they are for the moment. Click Insert after Segment 1 or the plus symbol, and you can see that the system automatically switches the from and to information around, assuming a return journey. We will now change the return date to 1 week later. And click on the search button, which is highlighted in dark blue. We can see the system has returned flights via various cities. We can click back to the search panel and add the letter Y in the direct column. Click on the search button once more, and we can now see prices for direct flights only. From here, we can book segments. To narrow a search further, the Advanced tab of Smartpanel provides you with more search options, such as limiting the number of connections and adding a maximum flying time. This is also where you can choose private fares and indicate specific fare modifiers, such as no minimum stay requirements or no advanced purchase. Let's now look in more detail at the options available on the basic search. We can leave it nice and simple and just have origin, destination and dates. If more detail is required, we can ask for the inclusion of multi-airports. As an example, if the passenger is happy to fly from any airport in the London area, we can use LON and then add a Y or an M in the appropriate multi-box after the from or to city. This would then include flights from airports such as London Gatwick or London City rather than just London Heathrow. We can select different times, cabins, and choose whether to include, exclude or only use certain carriers, and specific via points for our journey. Hovering the cursor over each field will indicate what the field is for and what data should be entered. If your customer is flying an open jaw route, it is often cost-effective to price the journeys as one-ways. In this example, we will fly from London Heathrow to Oslo and then Copenhagen to London Heathrow. Tick the Process as One-Ways box and click Search. Note that in the response screen is a calculator symbol. Click on the calculator for each of the pricing options, and this will calculate a total cost for the flight selected, saving time by not having to manually compare and price flights. Templates can be used to remember frequently used criteria such as which airlines to include or exclude, or what type of connection will be acceptable. All of this information can be saved as a template using the Save As button and used over and over again. This is very useful for corporate companies that travel the same route. By clicking on the Choose a Template to Apply area, you can select any stored template. Here is a basic example of one with specific timings and cabin. Any of this data can be overridden if required, but in this case we will just add the new dates to the Basic tab and then click on the Search button. Let's look at the following itinerary from London to Barcelona return for one person. We have displayed the lowest available direct fare for the preferred timings. Just in case you are unfamiliar with fare shopping, we will do a quick review of the meaning of the different responses of the fare shop. Prices can be ordered by departure time or journey time, but the default is by price in low to high order. To filter the results, either click on the list icon or choose the map icon located on the right-hand side of the screen. The Details icon displays the information of the fare, the not valid before and not valid after dates, and the fare details. The Rules icon opens up the fare components, which can be clicked to view the rules attached to each component. Selecting Book will book the new segments. Ensure you have a passenger name in the P&R before booking to store the fare automatically. So now you can see how easy it is to use Smartpanel, removing the need to remember various shopping entries.